Real life after 85 brutal realities every senior must understand about aging loneliness. If you're over 75 and feeling invisible to the world, this isn't normal aging. It's social isolation masquerading as getting older. Most people think loneliness after 80 is just part of life. They're wrong. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 brutal realities about aging loneliness that nobody talks about. These truths will shock you. But they'll also save you from a fate worse than death itself. Stay to the end because the 5th reality is what destroys families forever, and most seniors never see it coming. Authority and Stakes Building Harvard Medical School published groundbreaking research in the Journal of Health and Social Behavior. The findings were disturbing. Loneliness after 80 doesn't just hurt emotionally. It literally rewires your brain, changes your DNA, shortens your life by 15 years. That's not depression talking, that's hard science. The real cause isn't aging. It's a perfect storm of social changes, health challenges, and family dynamics that nobody prepared you for. Here's what happens when you ignore it. Your immune system starts attacking itself. Your memory begins failing faster. Your risk of dementia doubles. Your heart literally breaks. But here's the truth most doctors won't tell you. This isn't inevitable. You still have power. You can still fight back. The first brutal reality: you become a ghost in your own life after 80. Society treats you like you're already gone. Conversations stop when you enter rooms. Waiters look past you to younger customers. Store clerks speak louder, assuming you can't hear. But here's what's really happening. Your social identity is being systematically erased. Research from the University of California, San Francisco tracked 1,600 seniors for 5 years. The results were chilling. Participants who felt ignored or invisible experienced a 43% increase in cognitive decline. Their brains literally started shutting down. The mechanism is brutal. When society treats you as irrelevant, your brain begins to agree. Neural pathways that once fired with purpose start going dark. The parts of your brain responsible for self-worth begin atrophying. This isn't just about feeling bad. This is about losing yourself piece by piece. But the deeper truth is even more devastating. Your family might be the worst offenders. Adult children who used to call daily now check in weekly, then monthly, then only on holidays. Grandchildren who once hung on your every word now barely look up from their phones. You're not losing your mind, you're losing your place in the world. The consequences are swift and merciless. Within 6 months of feeling invisible, your risk of depression increases by 78%. Your appetite disappears. Sleep becomes elusive, the will to maintain your appearance fades. You start looking exactly like what society expects. A forgotten old person. The second brutal reality: your support network crumbles like ancient paper friends start disappearing. Not all at once, one by one. First, it's the acquaintances. They stop calling, stop inviting you to gatherings. Then the closer friends begin their retreat. Martha can't drive at night anymore. John moved to assisted living. Susan's too busy with her own health problems. The phone that once rang constantly falls silent. Studies from the National Institute on Aging reveal the shocking truth. The average 80-year-old loses 2 close friends every year. By 85, most seniors have fewer than one person they can truly confide in. The biological impact is devastating. Loneliness triggers the same stress response as physical pain. Your body floods with cortisol. Your immune system weakens. Your blood pressure spikes. But here's the part that will break your heart. The people leaving aren't trying to hurt you. They're fighting their own battles with aging, dealing with their own losses, their own fears about mortality. Your shrinking social circle creates a vicious cycle. Fewer people to talk to means fewer opportunities to practice social skills. Social skills you've had for decades start feeling rusty. Conversations become awkward. You second guess everything you say. This makes you withdraw even more. The isolation deepens. Your world grows smaller every day. The consequences reach far beyond loneliness. When your support network crumbles, practical help disappears too. No one to drive you to appointments. No one to help with groceries. No one to check on you during illness. You become trapped in your own home, a prisoner of your circumstances. The third brutal reality: your adult children see you as a burden. This is the truth that destroys families. Your adult children love you, but they also fear you, not you personally. They fear what you represent, their own future, their own mortality, their own inevitable decline. Research from the American Psychological Association uncovered something heartbreaking. 67% of adult children admit to feeling overwhelmed by their aging parents' needs. 52% report feeling guilty about not doing enough, but 78% also report feeling resentful about the time and energy required. Here's what's happening in their minds. They're grieving the parent they used to know, the strong, capable person who solved their problems. Now you need their help, and that terrifies them. They start seeing every phone call as a potential crisis, every request for help as evidence of your decline. They begin making decisions about your life without consulting you. Dad shouldn't be driving anymore. Mom needs to move somewhere safer. They can't handle their finances. You're sitting right there. But they're talking about you like you're not in the room, like you're already gone. The biological impact on your children is real too. Caregiver stress affects 73% of adult children with aging parents. Their cortisol levels spike, their sleep suffers, their marriages strain, their own health declines. This creates a feedback loop of resentment and guilt. They pull away to protect themselves, but then feel guilty about abandoning you. The guilt makes them more stressed. The stress makes them pull away more. Meanwhile, you're left wondering what you did wrong, why your own children seem to avoid you, why conversations feel strained and artificial. The answer isn't personal, it's systemic. Our society has no good models for intergenerational relationships, no roadmap for navigating aging together. Families are left to figure it out alone. Most fail. The cost is devastating for everyone involved. You lose your closest relationships just when you need them most. Your children lose the wisdom and perspective that only comes with age. Grandchildren lose the deep roots that connect them to their heritage. Entire family histories disappear. Stories that took generations to create vanish in a single lifetime. The fourth brutal reality: the medical system treats you like you're already dead. Walk into any doctor's office after 80. The attitude changes immediately. Complaints that would be thoroughly investigated in a 50-year-old get dismissed. That's just part of aging. What do you expect at your age? We need to be realistic about your limitations. This isn't imagination. This is documented medical bias. Studies published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society found shocking evidence. Doctors spend 40% less time with patients over 80. They order 60% fewer diagnostic tests. They prescribe 35% fewer treatment options. The assumption is that you're closer to death anyway. Why fight for quality of life? This creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. When doctors don't look for treatable conditions, they don't find them. Symptoms that could be addressed get ignored. Reversible problems become permanent disabilities. You start believing you're supposed to feel terrible, that pain and confusion and weakness are normal. They're not, but the medical system has convinced you otherwise. Here's what's really happening. Age discrimination in healthcare is killing people, literally shortening lives by years. The European Journal of Preventive Cardiology published devastating research. Seniors who received the same quality of care as middle-aged patients lived an average of 7 years longer. That's nearly 5 extra years of life, stolen by medical bias. The psychological impact is just as brutal. When healthcare providers treat you as expendable, you start feeling expendable. Your sense of self-worth plummets. You stop advocating for yourself, stop asking questions, stop expecting quality care. You become a passive participant in your own decline. The loneliness deepens because even the professionals sworn to help you have written you off. You're surrounded by people who see you as a problem to manage, not a person to heal. The isolation becomes complete. The fifth brutal reality: your memories become your prison. This is the cruelest twist of all. The mind that once served you so well becomes your greatest enemy, not because of dementia or disease, but because every memory is a reminder of what you've lost. The house full of laughter, the career that gave you purpose, the spouse who knew you better than you knew yourself, the friends who shared decades of jokes and secrets, all gone, and your perfect memory won't let you forget. Neuroscience research from Stanford University revealed something devastating. The aging brain becomes hypervigilant to loss. Neural pathways associated with grief and sadness become more active, while pathways associated with joy and hope begin to weaken. This isn't depression. This is your brain's response to accumulated trauma. Every loss creates a small wound. After 80, you've accumulated thousands of these wounds. Your mind can't heal fast enough. The pain becomes constant. But here's the part that makes it unbearable. Society tells you to be grateful for your memories, to cherish the good times. As if memories can substitute for living, as if the past can fill the emptiness of the present. It can't. Memories without new experiences become torture. They highlight everything you can no longer do, everyone you can no longer see, everything you can no longer be. Your own mind becomes a museum of loss. You're the only visitor, and the exhibits never change. The biological impact is severe. Constant grief triggers chronic inflammation. Your immune system weakens, your risk of every disease increases, your body begins breaking down faster, not from age, from heartbreak. The loneliness compounds everything. There's no one to share new memories with, no one to help you process the old ones. You're trapped alone with decades of experiences, beautiful experiences that have become sources of pain. The irony is crushing. The richer your life was, the more you suffer now. The more people you loved, the more loss you carry. The more successful you were, the further you've fallen. Your greatest strengths have become your greatest vulnerabilities. Emotional amplification and transition. But here's what nobody tells you about these 5 realities. They're not inevitable, they're not permanent, and they're not your fault. This isn't about vanity or refusing to accept aging. This is about preserving your humanity in a world that wants to erase it. Your loneliness isn't a character flaw. It's a rational response to an irrational situation. A society that throws away its elders. A healthcare system that views aging as failure. Families that don't know how to navigate the complexity of growing older together. You didn't create this system, but you can still fight it. Final call to action: your heart isn't broken beyond repair. Your mind isn't failing you. Your value didn't disappear on your 80th birthday. The world may have forgotten how to see you, but you haven't forgotten how to be seen. This isn't about chasing youth or denying reality. This is about refusing to disappear, about demanding the dignity you've earned, about fighting for connections in a disconnected world. The 5 realities are brutal, but they're not final. Every day you choose to engage is a victory. Every conversation you initiate is an act of rebellion. Every time you assert your worth, you're fighting back against a system designed to erase you. Don't wait for the world to change. Don't wait for your family to understand. Don't wait for society to value you again. Start now. Reach out to one person today. Tell your story to someone who will listen. Share your wisdom with someone who needs it. Refuse to become invisible. Your loneliness is real. Your pain is valid, but your story isn't over. You still have the power to write the next chapter, and that chapter can be filled with connection, purpose, and joy. The choice is yours. Choose to be seen, choose to be heard, choose to matter, because you do more than you know, more than the world wants to admit. But the truth remains: you are irreplaceable, you are valuable. You are still here, and that matters more than anything else.